Apart from the craftsmen, we have reference to other professions. For example, we have physicians like vid7, and we have reference to Jivaka, who was a very famous physician of his time. Then we have mention of surgeons, Sallakatta. The entertainers are very common in the social milieu. Natto, Nattaka are always referred to. Then we have reference to Ganano, that is the accountant, and these all formed the larger part of the Sippa of the Buddhist canon. And why this sort of crafts were becoming so important and why there was proliferation of crafts is also evident from the fact that because of the forest resources and other kinds of resources of the Ganga valley, we find that the resources were being utilized for making certain things. For example, sugars were crushed and made into sharkara. Then different wools, yarns, cotton, these were turned and fibers were being made from this. Timbers were used for building materials. Animal skins were used for hides. So you have different kinds of agricultural as well as animal products which could give rise to a variety of occupations. The importance of the grills did not minimize in the succeeding period also. But what we find in much later period is that the cohesive character of the guilds were no more, and therefore in a particular guild organization we notice a number of jetakas, and when you have a number of heads, so naturally the cohesion was completely distorted, and therefore we find decline of the guilds. The crafts that continued for a very important period were those of the potter, that is the kumbhakara, and the kammara. Kumbhakaras were also referred to as kolalas, and kammara kumbhakara combination as an important craft group can be visualized from the field archaeological materials, where you have a large amount of iron implements, large amount of potteries from excavations of different early historic sites. Proliferation of crafts in the post-Mauryan period became possible because urbanization reached its zenith during that time. Craft specialization became very important, and therefore we have a number of groups which formed a very important part of the socio-economic milieu of the society right from 6th century BC to at least 3rd century AD during the time of the Kushanas.